In the last video, we covered how to set up your Amazon bulk files for the first time and took a closer look at each sheet's purpose within the file. Now that you are familiar with the basic layout, it is time to dig deeper into the heart of the bulk files, the key columns and rows where all the important data lives. In today's episode, we will focus on the most essential columns. I will explain what each column means and why does it matter. And most importantly, how you can use it to make impactful changes to your campaigns. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of where to look and how to navigate each field confidently. Ready to optimize your Amazon ads with ease? Let's get started. Now, this is the bulk file we downloaded the last time. For example, if we start with the portfolio tab, here you can see all the key columns here. The most important column here is the portfolio ID. You will be using this portfolio ID in different purposes. For example, if you are editing a campaign, or for example, if you are creating a new campaign and you want to add this to this specific portfolio, you will be needing this portfolio ID right from here. And then you have the portfolio name. These are the two important columns within the portfolio tab. Then moving forward to sponsor product campaigns, obviously sponsored brands and sponsor brand multi-ad groups and sponsored display campaigns are pretty similar built up. So we will go through sponsor products campaigns key columns. Firstly, when you start in, this is the ad type. Like for example, this is sponsor products. If you go into sponsor brands, you will see in the products tab, let me zoom in a bit. In the product tab, you will see the sponsored brands. Now, moving forward to the entity. So entity is the most important column, I would say, within the bulk file. This defines what is this row about. For example, in the row number 2, this is a campaign entity. So corresponding columns will include the campaign ID, campaign data. You cannot add, for example, you cannot add a keyword or maybe a product targeting in a campaign entity. You have to create separate entities for those. So just to get started, in the entity fields, you will see different options. For example, campaign. Then we have ad group. Under ad group, we have bidding adjustments. Then campaign negative keywords, negative keywords, product targeting, negative product targeting, and the product ad. So whatever entity you are creating, you will be selecting the value from relevant drop down. Now coming to the operations. So operations is the second most important column here. Here you have three options: create, update, and archive. So if you are creating a new campaign, ad group, keyword, whatever entity you are creating, you will create here. We will go more deep dive into how to create it in our upcoming videos. But if you are updating the existing, for example, bids, maybe campaign name, or whatever entity this is, maybe bidding adjustment, you are updating to a new. Previously your bidding adjustment was 10% for top of search. Now you want to target 15%. So you will add an update option here. So once you click on update, only then Amazon will process your changes. Before that, Amazon won't. Then archive. This is to archive any entity. For example, you created a campaign and you no longer need it, then you will select the archive. But remember, archiving is a permanent option and you cannot undo this. Also, when selecting update, you can also pause the campaigns, pause the keywords, adjust the bids. So normally update and create are the two types that we use the most. Let's clear this out. Now coming to the campaign ID. This is Amazon's allocated campaign IDs for your targeting types, your campaigns. So then we have the ad group ID, similar to campaign IDs. These are allocated by Amazon to our ad groups. Then again, portfolio ID. This is the portfolio ID coming from here. You noticed that, for example, campaign ID is present in all the entity types, whereas ad group ID is not present in all. It is only present in specifically, for example, product ad or ad group, negative keywords. So this is how these bulk files work. And also, for example, portfolio ID is only visible at a campaign level. So what is the logic behind this? For example, you cannot add, for example, a portfolio, you can only add a campaign into it. You cannot add an ad group or keywords. So a portfolio ID will only be added into the campaign entity type. Then coming to the ad ID, this is the product ads ID, as you can see added right in these rows. So whatever product you are targeting, SKU you are targeting within the campaigns, this is again same allocated by Amazon. Then similarly keyword ID, these are the specific unique IDs for your keywords or product targeting. So okay, and then product targeting ID, this will be only required for all of your category targeting, SN targeting, and all that. Then coming to the important parts, that is campaign name, ad group name. So these are the things we can change. We cannot change obviously IDs, but we can change the campaign names. This will include all of your campaign names. This will include all of your ad group name. And also again same, notice that campaign name is only visible in front of a campaign entity. Ad group name is only visible in front of a ad group ID. If I go down again, then campaign name is again visible in front of a campaign entity and ad group in front of the ad group entity. Now this column L is for the campaign name, that is for the information only, you cannot change it. These columns we use during the optimization that we will cover again in upcoming series. And then ad group name, we have ad group names here, we have the portfolio names here. These are just for the information and we apply filters using these. Then you have the start date of the campaign, when the campaign was started, and a end date if your campaign ends on a specific date. This date range is in the format of year, month, and then days. So make sure your format is correct. Now we have the targeting type. Here you will choose auto or manual. For example, for the auto targetings you will choose auto, and for all of the other targeting types you will be choosing manual. Then state, this indicates what is the current state of your entity. For example, if you are in front of a campaign and it is enabled, that means that the campaign you are looking at is active. For example, if you are in front of a campaign negative keyword, that means this keyword is negated and it is in active stage. And then for example, product ad, that also means that this product as ad is enabled. If it is paused, for example, if this drop down includes paused as well, so if it is paused, then that means this campaign is not running at the moment. And you can all easily enable the paused campaigns or ad groups or whatever by simply adding enabled here, and then in the operation column just type update, and then this will enable the campaign. Now moving forward, campaign state and ad group state, these again are for the information purpose only, and we use again these for during the optimization to apply the filters to the data. As we move forward, we have daily budget. What is the daily budget of your, normally this will be at a campaign level obviously or a portfolio level, but at this moment this corresponds to a campaign, so this is the campaign daily budget. So you can just spend $100 more or less, Amazon optimize it, but $100 moving forward. Then we have this SKU field. This includes all of your products you want to run your ads on. For example, in front of product ads entity, we have these SKU1, SKU2. These are the SKUs we want to run our ads on. Then we have this SN, which is again for information only. You can just apply filters in it. And then eligibility status. Now, if you set up your campaigns, you can just quickly check if this SN is eligible for the targeting or not. You can see different options here. Ineligible for ad serving. This can be because of a lot of reasons, maybe out of stock, maybe suppressed, and then you can obviously see the reason that offer must be available for purchase. So this SN is out of stock. And then moving forward, we have ad group default bid. If you want to control your bids at a ad group level, you will be adding your bids right here. And again, notice that this is in front of a ad group. This is not in front of a campaign. Now coming to the bid. So super important column. This is where the most of the optimization goes on. So a bid is normally how much you want to spend on a keyword. So here you can see that, for example, this is 0.75. We want to bid 0.75 for this keyword. Bid is only relevant for two things. Firstly, product targeting, and then secondly, keyword targeting. For example, let's see if we have this. Yes, keyword, we have the bid. So these are the two things the bid column will be relevant for. Then coming to the keyword text, this is where you will see what keyword you are bidding on. So here you can see this is keyword 1 2 3, obviously dummy data. If this keyword is in front of a negative keywords, that means this keyword will be excluding from your targeting from a specific campaign. If this keyword is in front of, let's suppose, keyword entity like this one and has a bid, this will be the keyword you will be bidding on. Now coming to the next thing, that is obviously not relevant these two columns. Then match type, super important as well. We have different match types here. For example, negative exact, negative phrase. We will cover this again in upcoming videos, but for the moment we have negative exact, negative phrase. We have broad, exact, phrase, negative exact. So these are all of the options here. So again, in front of the negative keyword, you can choose negative exact or negative phrase. In front of a keyword entity, for example here, you can choose broad, phrase or exact. Now coming to bidding strategy, super important as well. How you want your bids to be treated. This is set to down only. You can obviously choose up and down and fixed bids, but this is where you will be adding that. And again, see, this bidding strategy will be added in front of a bidding adjustment entity. Now coming to the placement, we have a product page, placement top, placement rest of the search. So you can adjust how much you want to bid for each of the placement. So you can adjust it right here. And then you have product targeting expression. This is relevant only when you are choosing you are targeting the auto campaigns, or maybe you are targeting the SN or category targeting. So these are relevant for those only. For example, this is close match, complement. These are all auto campaigns, and you can see it from here. Product targeting. See, product targeting, and then you will choose close, complement, loose match, substitute, and it will run your ads on relevant match types. Then if it is a negative product targeting, obviously relevant for that one as well. Then this SN won't be targeted within that specific campaign. You are negative product targeting. You are adding negative product targeting. Now this one is also for the information purpose, in which it decodes the product targeting expression. For example, if this is a category, let me see if I have one option here. Let's see. Yes, we do have. So for example, if this is a category, you will see in the product targeting expression, you will see category and its unique code. But in the resolved product targeting expression, you will see the category name. For example, category is men's jeans. This is also super important when you are setting up new campaigns, because this is from where you can easily find the category codes and run the new campaigns on. Then we have all the stats, for example, impression, clicks, click-through rate, and all those important metrics that you will be using during the optimization phase. So I guess this is the complete overview of how things looks within the bulk file. Now that you have got a solid understanding of the essentials columns in the sponsored product sheet, you are well on your way to mastering Amazon bulk files. By knowing exactly what each column does, where to make changes, you can confidently navigate your bulk files and start making precise adjustment to your campaigns, ad groups, and target. I will link this sample bulk sheet in the description. So if you want to get some hands-on, you can just use it as a sample, go through each of the column and understand how things work. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. We release new videos for series every Monday and Friday at 2:30 p.m. Pakistan time, packed with actionable insights to help you make the most out of your Amazon PPC efforts. In our next video, I'll guide you step by step on how to set up a sponsored product campaign from scratch. I will see you in the next episode.